What if the greatest discovery in human history has already been made, and then buried in silence? Humanity dreams of contact. We imagine landing on alien worlds, uncovering ancient cities of beings long gone, marveling at technologies older than our species. We look to the stars and wonder when we will finally know the truth, that we are not alone. But what if that truth has already been uncovered? What if alien ruins exist not in distant galaxies, but in our own solar system, on the moon, on Mars, hidden in plain sight, and humanity's leaders chose to bury the evidence? What if we are not searching for first contact at all, but protecting the secret of contact that has already happened? Why do so many ancient myths speak of visitors from the stars? Every civilization on Earth, no matter how distant in time or space, tells the same story: beings descending from the heavens. The Sumerians wrote of the Anunnaki, gods who came from the sky to shape mankind. The Egyptians carved their pharaohs as children of the sun. The Mayans spoke of feathered serpents who brought fire, mathematics, and calendars from the stars. Were these only myths? Or were they memories? Could they be records of contact, passed down as legend when words failed to describe the unimaginable? If so, then perhaps the ruins of these beings still exist. Not just on Earth, in our temples and pyramids, but scattered across the solar system, waiting for us to rediscover them. Did Apollo astronauts see more than they were allowed to say? In 1969, humanity stepped onto another world for the first time. The Apollo missions gave us the moon. But what exactly did the astronauts find there? Some transcripts whisper of moments of radio silence, of private channels where strange things were discussed away from the public ear. Astronauts spoke of bogies, objects near the landing sites that were never explained. Why were certain parts of the missions classified? Why, even decades later, do some astronauts hint at mysteries they cannot reveal? Could it be that the moon holds more than dust and craters? Could it hold alien structures, ruins so extraordinary, silence was chosen over revelation? Why do some NASA images look censored? In the modern era, we can comb through thousands of photographs from Mars rovers, lunar orbiters, and probes that have explored the solar system. Yet again and again, amateur researchers stumble upon anomalies, geometric shadows on the lunar surface, symmetrical ridges on asteroids, strange metallic glimmers in the Martian dust. And sometimes, these anomalies are blurred, cropped, mysteriously erased from one archive, only to appear in another. Are these tricks of light? Or deliberate censorship? Could it be that alien ruins are already visible in plain sight, hidden not by nature, but by human hands? What about the face on Mars? In 1976, Viking orbiter sent back an image of the Cydonia region of Mars. What it revealed ignited imaginations across the world: a giant face, carved into the Martian soil, staring upward at the sky. NASA dismissed it as pareidolia, the human brain's tendency to see faces in shadows. Later, higher resolution images seemed to reduce the mystery. But others noticed something more: pyramid-like structures nearby, strange alignments, patterns that did not look random. Were these natural formations? Or the weathered remains of a civilization that built monuments long before Earth knew fire? If ruins of a Martian civilization truly exist, would revealing them shake human society too deeply to risk? Could secret missions already have investigated? We know the space programs we are allowed to see, the televised launches, the celebrated rovers, the triumphs of exploration. But what about the programs we don't see? Could classified missions, funded in the shadows, launched without public eyes, already have gone to the moon, to Mars, to asteroids, not for science but for secrecy? Could they have studied alien ruins up close, their findings hidden away in vaults, known only to a handful of officials? And if so, who controls that knowledge? Who decides whether the greatest discovery in human history remains hidden from the species it belongs to? Why would governments hide such a discovery? If ruins of an alien civilization were confirmed, the world would change overnight. Religions built on human uniqueness might crumble. Economies tied to technology could collapse under the weight of discoveries that render energy, medicine, and science obsolete. Power structures, political, corporate, cultural, could fracture. Would governments hide the truth simply to protect themselves? To delay the chaos that revelation might unleash? Or is the truth darker? Perhaps they keep it hidden not because of what ruins give, but because of what they take. Warnings carved in stone. Weapons left behind. Or worse, beacons that may yet call their makers home. Are UFOs linked to these hidden ruins? For centuries, people have reported unidentified flying objects. Lights in the sky. Machines beyond explanation. Visitors without origin. But some sightings are stranger still, objects not descending from the heavens, but rising from oceans, mountains, and hidden places. Could UFOs be tied not to distant stars, but to ancient ruins left behind here, outposts buried beneath earth, under seas, under ice? What if the ruins are not abandoned at all? What if they are still active? If so, then perhaps what we call UFOs are not visitors. They are caretakers. Guardians. Machines of civilizations long gone, still watching, still waiting. Do ancient ruins on Earth connect to those in space? The pyramids of Giza. The megaliths of Stonehenge. The temples of the Maya. Structures aligned with stars, built with techniques that baffle engineers even today. What if these are not isolated wonders? What if they are part of a network, a system spanning Earth, the Moon, Mars, and beyond? A lattice of monuments designed not for worship, but for memory. If that is true, then humanity may already be walking among alien ruins every day, blind to their origin, mistaking them for human triumphs. Would revealing the ruins change everything? Imagine the announcement, "We have found alien ruins on Mars. They are real." The world would never be the same. Would we unite, no longer divided by nation, but bonded by the truth that we are one species among many? Or would we divide further, fighting over who controls the ruins, who claims the technology, who decides what truths are shared and what remain secrets? Perhaps this is why silence has been chosen. Not because the ruins are absent, but because the truth of them would tear us apart before it ever set us free. Or are the ruins not for us at all? There is one last possibility. The ruins may exist, but they may not be ours to discover. What if they were left as messages, beacons meant for others? What if they are traps, set to trigger when touched? What if they are monuments, carved for the eyes of civilizations still to come, not ours? Maybe we are not the intended audience. Maybe we are trespassers in someone else's story. And maybe the true owners are still out there, watching, waiting, deciding whether humanity is ready to inherit what was left behind. And so the question remains: have we already found alien ruins, only to hide them from ourselves? If so, then humanity's greatest secret is not that we are alone, but that we have been neighbors all along. Perhaps the truth has already been discovered. Perhaps it has already been buried. And perhaps one day, when the ruins can no longer be hidden, the story of humanity will begin again, not as the story of a species alone in the dark, but as children rediscovering the traces of those who came before.